Hello and welcome to my new video. So this is the second part of ITSM operational modules. In this video I will explain the remaining operational modules of ITSM, which includes enterprise service management, release management, service level management and configuration management database. So let's start with enterprise service management. ServiceNow ITSM for our enterprise service management extends its principles beyond IT to various departments and functions within an organization, such as HR, finance, uh, legal, and more. The goal is to streamline and automate service delivery across the entire enterprise, improving efficiency, collaboration, and user satisfaction. Then finance service management manages financial process such as expense approvals, budget requests, and financial reporting, streamlines workflows and enhance visibility into financial operations. Then facilities management oversees maintenance requests, space management, and other uh, facility related services. Help ensure that the physical workspace supports organizational needs effectively. Then legal service management manages legal requests, contracts, and compliance processes, improves collaboration and tracking within the legal department. In customer service management, enhance customer support operations by providing a unified platform for managing customer interactions, resolving issues, and tracking service performance. Then release management. Release management in ServiceNow ITSM is a structured process that helps organization manage, plan, and control the rollout of software and hardware release into the production environment. It ensures that new or changed services are deployed in controlled and systematic way, reducing risks and maintaining service quality. Some of the key components of release management in ServiceNow ITSMs are, you can say that release management, release build, release deployment, and release review and closure. So release planning. It identifies the scope of release, including the features, enhancement, bug fixes, and infrastructure changes. Then schedule planning, setting timelines for development, testing, and deployment phases. Then resource allocation, assigning necessary resources, including personnel tools and budget to ensure successful execution. Then release build. Assembling the release package by integrating different components and configurations, then conducting various levels of testing like unit integration, system, and user acceptance to ensure that the release meets quality standards. Then release deployment. Creating detailed deployment plans, including rollback procedures in case issue arise during deployment. Then informing all stakeholders, including users, support teams, and other affected parties about the deployment schedule and potential impacts. Then implementing the release into the production environment following the planned steps. Then release review and closure. Post implementation review, you can say that assessing the success of the release by comparing actual performance against planned outcomes, updating documentation to reflect changes introduced by the release, then identifying and documenting any lessons learned to improve future release process. Then service level management. Service level management includes, you can say that SLAs, OLAs, UCs. Uh, so SLAs. SLAs are formal agreements between the IT service provider and the customer that outline the expected service performance and responsibilities. Typically includes service description, performance matrices, measurement criteria, and reporting requirements. And SLA stands for service level agreements. Then the next is OLAs. OLAs stands for operational level agreements. OLAs are internal agreements between different IT teams or departments that support the fulfillment of SLAs. Ensure that all internal teams are aligned and understand their roles in achieving SLA target. Then UCs stands for underpinning contracts. UCs are contracts with external suppliers that underpin the service provided to customer, ensuring that third-party performance support SLA commitments. Ensure that supplier performance aligns with the organization's SLA requirements. Then definition and configuration. You, you can create reusable SLA templates for different service scenarios, simplifying the setup process. Then define specific performance targets such as response and resolution times for each SLA. Set conditions that trigger SLA tracking based on incidents or request attributes. Then tracking and monitoring. Continuously monitoring service performance against SLA targets using dashboards and real-time data. Automate SLA workflows including notification and escalations to ensure timely response and resolution. Then notification and escalations. Configure alerts for potential SLA breaches to enable proactive management. Then define escalation policies to ensure that unresolved issues are elevated to higher management levels promptly. Then configuration management database, CMDB. The configuration management database in ServiceNow ITSM is a centralized repository that stores information about all components of IT infrastructure, including hardware, software, network devices, application, and their relationships. The CMDB is the core component of, you can say that ITSM, and plays a crucial role in supporting various IT processes such as incident, problem, change, and asset management. The configuration items. A configuration item is any component within the IT infrastructure that needs to be managed to deliver IT services. This includes servers, routers, applications, databases, and more. Each CI in the CMDB has attributes such as name, type, status, owner, location, and relationship with the other CIs. Then relationship mapping. The CMDB maps the relationship and dependencies between CIs, providing a comprehensive view of how different components interact and affect each other. This mapping is essential for understanding the impact of changes, incidents, and problems across the IT environment. Then data integration. ServiceNow CMDB can integrate with discovery tools that automatically populate and update the database by scanning the IT environment for new or changed CIs. The CMDB can also integrate with other IT management tools and data sources to ensure data consistency and completeness. Then configuration management. Track the life cycle of each CI from procurement through deployment, maintenance, and retirement. Integrate with the change management process to ensure that changes to CIs are documented and approved, reducing the risk of unauthorized changes. So that's all for this session. In my upcoming videos, I will explain all these operational modules of ITSM one by one. Thank you.